Hey guys, and welcome to Film Artsy, your #1 source for all things films and movies. My name is Elijah, and over the years, we have seen Tom Cruise do some really amazing stunts in his action movies. And honestly, he's one of the biggest actors known for doing a lot of his own stunts, and doing some very dangerous and impressive stunts along the way. So today we thought it'd be really interesting to take a look at some of the most amazing stunts that Tom Cruise has done himself without a stunt double. Let's go ahead and jump into it. But real quick, make sure you guys are subscribed here with notifications on for more videos just like this on all things movies, especially if you're a fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Shout out to Emmanuel Boy for answering our Marvel Monday question correctly with the answer Dr. Doom. Every single Monday we ask very difficult Marvel questions, so if you're a really dedicated fan, you might be able to answer some of these correctly, and you can have your chance at having your comment featured in an upcoming video. That being said, let's go ahead and get back into this video. So starting things off on this list, we really wanted to kind of highlight some of the most unique stunts that Tom Cruise has done. And starting to look at his overall career, if we go all the way back to Mission Impossible 2, he did this very iconic rock climbing segment that was very important to the movie, kind of showcasing not only the character he plays, but during this whole time while he is rock climbing, they actually did a lot of these stunts with Tom Cruise actually climbing. Now, he did of course have a cable on when he actually did the scenes, and it was edited out later. However, the cable wasn't like a full-on wire set that they could just manipulate and pull him up. He actually was climbing there on his own, and had he messed up or fallen, he would have likely still gotten injured. So it just makes these scenes that much more impressive when we look back at them now. Another sequence we can look to is the skydiving sequence from Mission Impossible Fallout. Next, we can go back even further in his career, looking to the movie Top Gun, which by the way is getting a sequel, which should be really interesting to see nonetheless. But Tom Cruise actually did the whole parachute stunt on his own. Next, we can look to Mission Impossible Fallout once again and look at the motorcycle sequences, which is really interesting because when they were shooting for this film, Tom Cruise actually drove a lot of the motorcycle scenes, which was really interesting and also pretty dangerous just because of the high speed that he was driving in and the weather changing between shoots, where some days it was rainy. And honestly, it's pretty risky for an actor, especially of the caliber of Tom Cruise, to do a stunt like this. However, it allowed for a lot of really awesome close-up shots that really helped the movie come together even better. So it is cool to look at with that knowledge. We can also appreciate his underwater scene from Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, just as shooting anything underwater can be really difficult to do, and it's really interesting to see how they were able to pull this one off. Also, one of the biggest scenes from Mission Impossible Fallout is the helicopter crash sequence, as it's just integral to the story and kind of one of the highlights of the end section of the movie. And the fact that a lot of these stunts were done by Cruise himself is really interesting to look at with that knowledge. But it only gets more interesting the further along we look at his overall career. Did you guys know that during the filming for Rogue Nation, he actually did most of the stunts for the plane section of the movie, where he's either hanging off a plane or maneuvering with the plane, and that's really cool in itself. And then we also know that he did the aquarium scene where he does the getaway in Mission Impossible 1, and that was kind of the start of him doing a lot of stunts in the Mission Impossible series. But it does seem really interesting to look that he's also done a lot of stunts outside of Mission Impossible. Like in Last Samurai, he was doing a lot of the stunts on the mechanical horse doing a sword fight, and actually due to a malfunction in one of the horses, he almost got decapitated, which would have been absolutely awful and just a terrible, terrible tragedy. But fortunately enough, he narrowly escaped that situation, but it just shows what happens when these actors decide to do a lot of their own stunts and the risk that really goes into it. Then we also know that during shoots of other movies he's been in several different car accidents in one way or another. And here's some information about that, but essentially there was several different car crashes across his movies. There was an accident in Collateral, which fortunately enough he walked away from, and apparently in Edge of Tomorrow, Emily Blunt in an interview said that she almost caused a massive accident when she crashed into a tree, but fortunately neither of them were hurt.
So we do first take, it went really well. Stunt guy came over, he went, okay, just do it again and try and do it even faster. I was like, no problem. So we start, I tear down this path, and Tom's being very quiet behind me, and suddenly I just hear him under his breath as I approach the right-hand turn. I hear him going, brake, 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 brake. Brake, 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 brake. Oh God, and brake, 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 brake. Oh, and brake the car. And I left it too late, and so drove us into a tree.
Then if we continue to look down Tom Cruise's timeline of movies, we know that he's done some amazing stunts along the way, like in Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, the iconic sequence where he's scaling the building in Dubai. He actually was outside during that sequence filming these shots, and that's terrifying to think. And in Mission Impossible Fallout, there's a lot of parkour and building jumps that Tom Cruise also did. Here's a clip from that. And this last clip that we really wanted to talk about is really unique here because the movie itself didn't do too well. We're talking about The Mummy. However, we're talking about The Mummy reboot. There's a sequence where there is a zero gravity moment, and it's so awesome to think that Tom Cruise actually went through the process of doing real zero gravity stunts where they fly an airplane at a specific angle to replicate zero gravity inside of the plane cabin, and did all of these stunts himself. And that's awesome to say the least. So we wanted to turn it around to you guys. Which of these stunts was the most impressive to you? Let us know in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe with notifications on for more videos like this, and we'll see you all next time with a brand new video. Bye guys.
I'm about to.
Hi everybody.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
Hi.
See you guys.